Yo, what's up, world? It's your man Slim Jim Longfoot, aka the GOAT, King of America. Welcome to day 1995 of Diabetes and I, the daily vlog series that I do to show you how I combat this type 2 diabetes with the 1-2, you feel me? Yo, if you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and check out the other videos here, such as my product reviews, my how-to videos for YouTubers, my TV and movie reviews, my reactions, my video clips, my shorts, my live streams, my daily vlogs that you're watching right now, and last but not least, my art video series, GOAT 1408 TV. Shout outs to the members of the live chat crew. Most notable members includes Every Cavallo the Greek Goddess, Sexy Trees 1408, Queen Candace, Michael Marshall, Life's a Magical Journey, Life with Tasharia, and last but not least, my sis, the big sis of YouTube, Latanya Porter, whose birthday is in 3 days, y'all. 3 days. Countdown, 3 days. Special consideration, shout out to my bro Johnny Quest Gaming, who co-hosts the Nerd Strip Club with me. If you ain't checked out our channel yet, what you waiting on? What you waiting on? What you waiting on? Go do that there, go do that there, go do that there, alright? And also shout out to the members of the 1408, which includes Life's Magical Journey, Detroit Soloist, Positive Crash Outs Vlogs, Queen's Alchemy, Pretty Heart the Conqueror, Sexy Trees 1408, Kendi K All Day, Lala the High Vibe Coach Nutrition, Elevate Me to You, and last but not least, Dolores in the house. Dolores in the house. Ooh, Dolores 01, y'all. If you yourself would like to be a member of the 1408, all you gotta do is go ahead and check out the tier, see which level works for you, and make it do what it do. From the baby goat tier at 99 cents to the black goat tier at $9.99. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. Also, most definitely appreciate Luciana Success, who is an amazing content creator who does live streams every Monday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? With her Champion Nation, that 1,000 plus new content creators community. You feel me? Making it do what it do, giving out great information, and you know what I'm saying, staying on task, most definitely. So with that being said, yeah, we here is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, the 19th of August 2025. We are making it through. We are making it through. We are making it through. Countdown 5 more days until day 2K. Ooh, see how the light going through my hands, the rays of sun going through my fingers. That's cool. That part. Anyway, 5 more days until day 2K, y'all. Which means, let's see if my calculations are correct. Yeah, it's been about over 2,000 days since February 27th, 2020, y'all. Let's see how many, because I don't feel like calculating it right now, so I'm using my phone. How many days ago was February 27th, 2020? On the head. You see how divine timing is, y'all? On the head. 2,000 days ago, y'all. 2,000 days ago. Today. 2,000. It's been 2,000 days since I nearly died, which is what started this whole daily vlog series. It's been 2,000 days now. 2,000 days. That's over 5 years ago. February 27th, 2020. It's been exactly 2,000 days ago today. 2,000 days ago today, y'all. February 27th, 2020, August 19th, 2025. It's been 2,000 days now. 2,000 days ago today since I nearly died, and that's what started this whole thing right here. And that's what started this whole situation, this whole daily vlog series, talking about diabetes, and I talking about, you know what I'm saying, getting better with your health, you know what I'm saying, staying on top of your health, balance, you know what I'm saying, whether you cut out carbs, cut out sugars, cut out, you know, certain meats, you know what I'm saying. This decade, the 2020s, is the decade that is going to determine the rest of your life in terms of how much life you have left. You feel me? And you know, and it's a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing, man. It's a crazy thing because so many things can take us out. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, man. So many things that could take us out. You feel me? It's so many things that could take us out, and it's a trip out here. You know, it's a trip. But before I go any further, you know, as I mentioned earlier, you know, about the 1408. If you like to be a member of the 1408, all you gotta do is check out those tiers. But if you want to support Slim Jim Longfoot in other ways, you can, you know, check out the links in the description below, which includes the books I've written, the books I've drawn, the merchandise that I have, and last but not least, my sister's Cash App on behalf of my awesome niece Paris, who was shot on the 2nd of February back in 2022. Hashtag Paris Strong, hashtag prayers for Paris, whether that's FOR or the number 4, Paris with 2 R's, y'all. And also you can use the same Cash App to, you know, send any thing towards my sister, you know what I'm saying, because as I mentioned, her birthday is in 3 days, y'all. 3 days from now on the 22nd. And so, you know, with that being said, like I was just saying, there's so many ways, you know, that people can leave this world. Like my niece was a completely healthy woman, you know what I'm saying, other than, you know, being anemic, you know what I'm saying. She was a completely healthy woman before, you know, this gunshot, you feel me. You know, it's just like my friend Lala, shout outs to Lala, the high vibe coach, you know what I'm saying, who, you know what I'm saying, is probably one of the most healthiest women, healthiest people, period, that I personally know. And that's why I dub her the superhero goddess. And lo and behold, last week, you know what I'm saying, somebody hit her in a hit and run, you know what I'm saying, and that could have taken her out, you know, that could have taken her from this world. You know, there it is, a completely healthy person, you know what I'm saying, life could have been in peril because of some idiot, you feel me. And, you know, and it's like, you know, either way it goes, you can't think about all these different things and such, you know what I'm saying, because that's where idiots like, you know, these, you know, influencer, you know, celebrities, you know, come up with terms like YOLO, you know, you only live once, and that causes people to want to go do reckless and dangerous and stupid things because, you know, they got the YOLO mentality, you feel me. And so there's nothing wrong with understanding that this is the only time in the history of the world that you are going to be you, and that you have to do things accordingly. Because, you know, at this point, you know, thinking that today is day 1995, and I can think of, you know, many reasons to want to look back and think like, dang, you know what I'm saying, if I had did this, that, and the third, you know, things could have been different with 95, you feel me, you know, or whatever like that, you feel me. If you know, you know. So, but all you can do is go with the here and the now. All you can do is go with the here and the now. Most definitely, all you can do is go with the here and the now. The here and the now, because, you know, even though y'all can, I mean, we literally can go back and look at yesterday, you know, with the daily vlogs. We can go back and look at yesterday. We can go back to 2020. We can go back to almost 2,000 days ago. You know what I'm saying? 2,000 days ago at this time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't, you know, it wasn't like, you know, the funny thing about it is, I wasn't feeling bad that day, but I was drained. I was drained. My body just felt drained. I felt really dehydrated that day. Like my body, it just felt, I felt empty. I felt empty. I don't know if any of y'all ever felt empty inside. Like, you know, like this cup. I felt empty like that cup. It was weird. It was a very weird sensation. And by the time, of course, we got to the hospital, because you know, my dad had suggested that he was like, we need to go ahead and go to the hospital. And for my dad to suggest that, it was like, okay. Alright, at first I was like, no, but then I had thought about it, and I was like, okay, let's go. And so me, him, and my cousin, who was staying with us at the time, had got in the car and went on to the hospital. And I remember just having my head up against the window. You know, the window felt so cool. You know, everything that was feeling cool felt so good at that time. Like everything was feeling good. Like I was, you know, it was calming me down, because, you know, my body felt hot, but I was also dehydrated. And like, you know, that was when they was like, yeah, we need to go to the hospital, because I was telling them to pour water on my back. And so, you know, so by the time we got to the hospital and went through the doors, you know what I'm saying, that was when my body, I felt my body beginning to shut down. My legs had stopped working, and I had to grab hold to the wall, and then started moving my way towards the reception. My cousin went to go get me a wheelchair, and, you know, I was signing my name in and everything like that. And by the time he got the wheelchair, and then we went to the next room, and I felt my mouth slurring, my mouth had dropped, and I was talking like this, and I was in my head thinking to myself, WTF, like, what is going on? In my head, my head, I was like, what is going on? What is going on? What the hell? What is going on with my body? You know what I'm saying? Because my legs wasn't working, my mouth, my jaw had dropped. And I couldn't, I was like, I was bugging, because I was like, what is this that's going on? Because, you know, at first, you know, in first hand, I thought, you know, maybe, you know, I was, you know, I had caught the flu or something. I didn't know what was going on. And, you know, at this time, you know, this was February of 2020. This was, you know, when we was hearing about Rona. You know, you know, C-19, we was hearing about it, but it wasn't anything in particular about it yet, you know, because at the end of 2019, you know, they were talking about that being overseas, and then, you know, in the beginning of that year, we started hearing about it, and it was like, okay, what is going on? But, yeah. Yeah, as far as that goes, I'm talking about what is going on with me. And so it was like, I don't know what's up. Like, and so, you know, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, and, you know, whoop, there it is. You know, and they took my blood, you know, all this, that, and the third, and they told me that, I came in there, my blood sugar was over 1,200, and it had been, you know, steadily being where it was at for a good little minute. And, you know, that was when they had told me I have type 2 diabetes, and I was like, what? And I was like, you know, like, what, you know, like, I knew what diabetes meant, you know, like, you know, diabetes, you know, I described that as, you know, the people who couldn't handle their sugars, you feel me? The you know, the sugar thing or whatever like that. That's what I knew it as or whatnot. And not to say that, hey, you know, it, you know, like, you know, you're weak or whatnot, but it's like, you know, you know, when it came to stuff like that, I just thought it was like crazy, you know, because it's like, man, like, it's crazy that, you know, we can have bodies that can't do certain things that everybody should be able to do. You feel me? Like I said, you know, growing up, diabetes was the last thing ever on my thoughts, on my mind, on anything, because I didn't grow up in a household that was that wasn't that was, you know, not saying that we wasn't concerned about our health, but it was like, you know, my parents didn't have anything, you know, physically wrong with them, you know, you know, with me growing up, other than my mom, you know, after, you know, she hurt her back on the job, but that was it as far as, you know, physical things. You know, it wasn't anything that, you know, like, you know, heart things and this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying, you know, growing up or having to take, you know, pills or this, that, and the third, and, you know, worrying about your health in that regard. And, you know, I'm blessed to have had, you know, to be able to say that I had that growing up, you know, relatively, you know, a normal life in a sense, or whatever you want to call normal. What is normal? What's normal? Anyway, normal is whatever, you know what I'm saying, the life consists of, you know what I'm saying. People, you know, talk about the nuclear family or whatnot, but, you know, in a sense, you know, we were like a nuclear family, you know, me and my mom, my dad, and my sister. We were basically a nuclear family, you know, or whatever you want to call that. But anywho, but yeah, but at the end of the day, it was like, what was this going on? And, you know, found out what was going on, because I had been feeling not bad, but just sluggish those couple of weeks leading up to February 27th, 2020. But, you know, I didn't know what it was. You know, I'm thinking, you know, wasn't eating something or whatever the case, and, you know, it was like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? I had to look back over at my Michael Jackson poster to see if I could see him clearly, because that was my gauge for when I knew I had to get my health in order. If I couldn't see his face clearly, and that's when I knew I wasn't doing something right. You know what I'm saying? When I was at my old spot, you know, he was, you know, the poster was on my wall next to my, you know, bedroom door. So whenever y'all saw me, you know, looking this way in the video, you know what I'm saying, that's why I was looking at, you know, looking to see if I could see his face clearly. If I could see his face clearly, then I knew it. I swear, I hate Nets with a passion. If you hate Nets, comment 5 below. Let me know you got 5 on it. You know, since it's day 1995. Shout out to my friend Kiera, who's born in 95. 9:34 a.m. y'all. 9:34 a.m. That's what time it is right now. Y'all remember when everything on TV, when they used to be talking about you know, 5 payments of 1995, you know, like 1995, that used to be all over the TV back in the day, you know, when you saw commercials, like, you know what I'm saying, you can get this moo for 1995 plus shipping and handling, like, okay. So basically it really wasn't 1995, it was $20 and whatever, you know, so, but it was always 1995 on TV. Like, you don't see that no more, because I don't think nothing out there costs 1995 no more. So, but yeah, yeah, you know, that part. Yeah, but 1995, y'all, is 30 years ago now. The year 1995 is 30 years ago now. And look at the significance of that. Look at how things line up. Like today being day 1995 and it being 2,000 days. 2,000 days since I nearly died, which is what started this whole thing that we watching right now. This whole daily vlog series. This whole daily vlog series. And so, and you know, that's a whole trip and a half, y'all. A whole trip and a half. A whole trip and a half. But we made it. We made it to where we are now. And I am thankful. I am blessed to still be here and to still be able to manifest greatness in my life. Manifest greatness, maintain greatness, and motivate others to be great on that spiritual level, on that emotional level, on that mental level, on that physical level, and on that financial level. You know what I'm saying? Here we are, 2,000 days after the rebirth. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call it. You know, I don't like to say when I almost died. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't even say that about the dump truck because I didn't almost die. I got hit by a dump truck, but thank God it kept me whole and alive. You feel me? And 2,000 days ago was the day of the rebirth, the day of the recalculation, the refocus of what this life is gonna be from here on out. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can go back to day one, and my niece Paris, the comments that she left on day one. You know what I'm saying? Day one of old man. Day one of no sweet tea. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Push P, man. But yeah. Crazy time, man. Crazy times. And it's still some crazy times, but we gotta decide what type of crazy we want in our lives, you feel me? What type of crazy we want in our lives. And so that's what is going on from henceforth, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, 5 years, 5 months, and 19 days ago. Wait, what? Yeah, those are just the old ones. But yeah, it's been 2,000 days, y'all. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, before I get into that, I gotta check my blood sugar. I check my blood sugar at least once a day, at the most 2 times a day. At the most 3 times a day, before breakfast, before lunch, and before dinner. That's how we get down with the get down, y'all. That is how we get down with the get down. That part. And this thing we almost to the end of this thing here. Gonna have to re-up soon at the Wallet World. Gotta re-up soon on my test strips at the Wallet World. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's definitely been a ride. It's definitely been a ride, and what else can I say about it other than all we can do is just keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on, baby. Because that's where it's at. That's where it's at, and that's what it is. That's where it's at, and that's what it is. That's where it's at. That's what it is. That's where it at, and that's what it is. That part. Deport. That part. Alright. Okay. Just got through checking that thing there. Alright. And without further ado, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for the Go Nation, Go Nation, Go Nation, Go Nation, shoutouts, Go Nation, shoutouts, Go Nation, shoutouts, Go Nation, shoutouts, hey. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? What we doing? Push a P. Let me know what you think about them. You know, we be switching it up, man. We be switching it up, baby. Alright, y'all. Let's see. Let me see. And today is the 231st day of the year 2025, y'all. It is day 231st day of the year 2025. And later on today, we will be live in 2025, day 231. And he's gonna be out here making it do what it do and does what it does. That part. It's at 2 o'clock. That's how we do it there. Boom, bam, boom. Alright. And then we're gonna set that thing on up. And that's what it is. That part. Import. I'm still tripping about that. Wait, is this the one that I'm trying to do the live chat for? I'm trying to see. Was it the live? Which one was it? It was one of these that I couldn't see the live chat replay of. Okay, that's 228. Let's see. 229. I think it was 229. Yeah. 229. I couldn't see the what you call it at first. Alright, so now I think I can see. Okay, I had to go back because I wanted to see live in 2025, day 229, which was the day before yesterday. King J Legend was in the building. Lala the High Vibe Coach Fitness. Lala the High Vibe Coach Nutrition. Who else was in the building? Wait, okay, I think I did got a shot of everybody out on that one. Well, which one was it? It was one on that I couldn't see the things on. Was it the thing with me and Dolores? I can't remember. It was one on that I couldn't see the live chat on. No, I was able to read this one. I don't know. It was something. It was one of them. It wasn't. I don't know. I can't remember which one it was now. But it might have been 228. I think it was 228. And so in that one, let's see, there's one of them. There's one of them that I couldn't go back and see the live chat on. I can't remember which one it was, but all of them, all of the live chats are available though. All of the live chats are available for y'all to see now on the live streams. So you didn't catch it or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can see that thing now. You know, y'all can see that thing now. And so with that being said, alright, let's go to yesterday, day 230. Day 230 of, let's see, in the comments for day 230, y'all, in the comments for day 230, we got Pretty Heart the Conqueror said hashtag replay love. Hey, that part. Shout outs to Pretty Heart the Conqueror, y'all, who currently has 393 subscribers with 128 videos on her channel. Her channel's been around since November 11th, 2014. Currently with 51,022 views on her channel. She got over 50K views on her channel, y'all. Congratulations on that. Most definitely. Lala the High Vibe Coach Nutrition said Slim Jim, Jamie Foxx, Denzel Washington. Okay. That part. Shout out to Lala the High Vibe Coach Nutrition, y'all, who currently has 1.49K subscribers with 232 videos on her channel. Her channel's been around since February 15th, 2024, with currently 146,410 views on that thing. You feel me? Shout outs once again to Lala. Also, she said lovely details in the comments. And she also said replay gang, you did. And she also dropped them goat face emoji. You did, that part. You feel me? That part, that part, that part. Shout outs to Pretty Heart and Lala for the comments in the regular comment section. Hey, y'all, don't be scared to leave comments in the comment section, y'all. I appreciate it if you do. That part. Live chat, y'all. Let's see who was here for the live chat. Positive Crash House Vlogs was in the building. Daggone. Shy Sarai was in the building. Angie Styles was in the building. Shout out to Angie Styles sliding back through. Let's see who else was in the building. Kendi K All Day was in the building. Shout out to Kendi K All Day sliding through. Pretty Heart the Conqueror was in the building. And excuse me, that was everybody who was in the building, y'all. I appreciate all y'all for sliding through, most definitely for sliding through on your boy yesterday for day 230 of the daily vlog, the daily live stream series, Let's see. Shorts. No new shorts. No new shorts here. And now for the video, we go to day 1994. Day 1994. Oh, for a second. I'm gonna say 2K days later at the front of this daily vlog, excuse me. Now for yesterday's daily vlog, no comments in the regular comment sections for day 1994. Who was here for the live chat on this AskFormations, this day of AskFormations, this day of at home August, this day of authentic August, this day of adjusting August, you feel me? So let's see. In the live chat, y'all, we had Kendi K All Day was in the building. Life's Magical Journey was in the house. Pretty Life with Tasharia was in the building. Pretty Heart the Conqueror was in the building. Let's see. And that was it. That was everybody who slid through on your boy yesterday on day 1994. And with that being said, what were you doing in 1995? Today is day 1995. What were you doing in the year 1995? You know what I'm saying? What was I doing in 1995? I was doing something. That was the year I started high school, 95-96 school year. Class of 96 was, of course, the graduating class. So that will be later on in 1995, that part. But yeah, 1995, y'all, out here. With that being said, we are gone. I will see y'all later on today if y'all slide through for day 231. Meantime, between times, if you haven't already, go check out my 5-part series, the 5 levels of greatness, which dropped 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago was when that thing dropped. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't be scared. Be prepared. Go check it out. And, you know, and get a little bit of that, you know, info up under your belt. You dig? And, you know, if it resonates with you, it resonates with you. If it don't, oh well. Anyway, we gone, y'all. Stay blessed up. Continue to manifest greatness, maintain greatness, and motivate others to be great. Oh, before we go, of course, obviously, you know, we've been doing this for a good little minute now. You know, doing the history of, you know, the years that correlate with the days that we got. So 1995 history. Yeah, I know off the top of my head, Oklahoma. The Oklahoma thing happened in 95 off the top of my head. Yep. 1995 was a year marked by significant events, including the Oklahoma City, you know, that O.J. Simpson trial, the release of Windows 95, and the end of the Bosnian War. It also saw the taking out of Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin. I remember that. The Srebrenica and the Great Hassan earthquake. Let's see, History Channel launches in 95. The Far Side ended its run. And Christopher Reeve was paralyzed in a horse riding accident that year. Who played Superman, of course, in the first 4 Superman movies. Michael Jordan returned to the NBA after retiring to play baseball that year as well. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum opened in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's see. Michael Jackson dropped the History album that year, of course, as well. Scream came out, you know, the song he did with his sister Janet came out that year as well. You know, of course, it was on the History album. Let's see. Alright, so that's about it concerning 1995. Let's see who was born in the year 1995. In the birthdays. Who was birthed? Timothy Chalamet was born in 1995. The guy who's been in the Doom movies. Kendall Jenner, Logan Paul, Dua Lipa. My bro Dave was just telling me about her the other day. Her birthday is my sister's birthday. She'll be 30 in 3 days. The singer Dua Lipa. She was born on my sister's 28th birthday. She was born on my sister's 28th birthday. Kim Tae-hyung was born in 1995. Megan Thee Stallion was born in 1995. Natalia Dyer was born in 1995. Oh yeah, that's Nancy from Stranger Things. Nicola Pletz. Dang, she was born in 95. Dang, she about to be 30. God dang. Patrick Mahomes was born in 95, and he'll be 30 next month. Phoebe Dynevor and Post Malone was born in 95. His birthday is on the 4th of July, so he just turned 30. Yep. So yeah, that part. So there you go. Hello, that's 95 in a nutshell for you. And with that being said, we are now gone, y'all. Stay blessed up. Continue to manifest greatness, maintain greatness, and motivate others to be great. Can you do that for your boy? Can you do that for your boy? I know you can. We 2,000 days strong in this thing. We here, baby. We here. We are here. We out, y'all. Video. Playlist. Watch them all, alright? One love.